78 Sports TV here. Salute to the mighty ldbc. Y'all smash the like button, hit the subscribe, turn on your notification bell so you'll be notified when I drop a new video. And if you're digging the video, please share the video. All right, y'all. Stephen A. Smith. One thing about Stephen A. Smith is he gonna respond. He gonna respond. He don't care what it is. That dude do not like nobody talking about him. Even if he got a sneak response, he gonna respond. So we all know that former colleague of Stephen A. Smith's, Michelle Beadle, is extremely bitter, and she went on an attack on Stephen A. Smith a few days ago on her podcast that has about, according to Stephen A. Smith, has 2,500 followers. That's one of his digs he took at her, but she has a podcast now. She's been fired from pretty much every job she's had in the sports world. And she has notoriously and famously blamed everybody else. She's blamed Stephen A. Smith for her losing one of her jobs at ESPN. She's blamed LeBron James in the past for her losing her job. Michelle Beadle has blamed a few people, and I don't know. She seems to have like an issue with men in general. And I don't know her. I don't know what her background is as far as like her relationships or whatever. But I know I can recall at least 3 different dudes she's blamed for her losing her job, and it's been a lot of rumors. But anyway, she says she's preying on the downfall of Stephen A. Smith because I guess she blames him for her recent job firing or something like that. And she says, he's volunteering to do all this extra work, like he a brown noser and stuff like that, and she can't wait for his downfall, right? And it's going to be glorious, a glorious downfall and stuff like that. I'm paraphrasing, of course. So Stephen A. Smith responds and says, and this is a vicious response, and I like the way he responded. And I don't like him or Michelle Beadle, by the way. But Stephen A. Smith says he don't even know this chick. He says that he worked, they were colleagues at ESPN or whatever, but he may have spoke to her one time at some function. And he said the conversation was a brief conversation. Kind of like, hey, we got some nice finger food at this joint here, that kind of thing. Real quick conversation, but he says that he's never he's never basically given her a reason to dislike him. They don't know each other personally. They see each other in passing, right? So she spoke with a lot of vitriol towards Stephen A. Smith, and he just basically cooked her, and he told her, like, look, you've been fired from everywhere you go, and he says, I know your boss. I know him well. Yo, this dude loves talking about bosses, man. Man, you ain't never, listen, man, I ain't never in my life seen a dude that's so openly proud to call other people his boss. Like, this dude just loves it, man. Like, I'm friends with the bosses. I know the bosses. I talk to the bosses. That's every time he responds to somebody, it's always about the bosses and who he knows and this and that. So Stephen A. Smith is a super duper brown noser. This is one of them dudes at your job that he act one way around you. As soon as them folks come around, boy, he is the most tattletellingest dude in the world. And that's Stephen A. He's been like that his whole career. So everybody know about Stephen A. Smith now, but he did definitely check Michelle Beadle by saying like he don't even know her for her to feel like this about him or whatever. And he said that it's her stank attitude. Stephen A. says her stank attitude is keep getting her fired. Now, he said this after saying that he knows her boss very well. And then went on to say how it's her stank attitude that keeps getting her fired from different places and stuff like that. She don't take responsibility for her actions. Now, we know this is mostly true for a lot of women, I'm saying, no disrespect, but, I can see that in Michelle Beadle. She definitely always has somebody to blame. And, of course, just by looking at her without knowing her, what I'm saying? So I am going to judge her a little bit. She seems like the type that feels like because she got the complexion for the protection, this boy shouldn't be outdoing me. He shouldn't be getting paid more than me. He shouldn't be getting privileges over me. This boy should be in his place. And I think that's how she probably feels. Now, she won't say that, of course not, in this day and age, but I'm sure that's how she feels. But, Stephen A. Smith, we're going to see how this all unfolds, because one thing about Stephen A. is Stephen A., like you said, he loves saying that he's connected with the bosses and the bosses love him. I want to see how this goes here, because the Jasmine Crockett stuff, the Michelle Obama stuff, okay, that's one thing. Stephen A. Smith came out and apologized to Jasmine Crockett, and he got over that situation. But this is a different type of beast right here. Only now, Michelle Beadle doesn't have the power and the leverage of the other women I just talked about, because she's not necessarily connected to a party line or something like that in politics. And she's not connected to a major network or anything where somebody will have her back. But she does have the complexion for the protection. So we're going to find out how powerful Stephen A. Smith is. I personally think he's very powerful. I think Stephen A. Smith has, has positioned himself very strategically. He has mastered this game of treading lightly and balancing beam, and 1 foot over here, 1 foot over there, trying to serve two masters. Stephen A. Smith has mastered the art of that. I don't think there's anybody better. Even YouTubers are trying to imitate Stephen A. Smith's strategy. You know what I'm saying? So it's a definitely a profitable strategy that Stephen A. Smith has. But will he be able to get this off against this woman, Master Daughter? You know what I'm saying? Can he get this off against Master Daughter? Now, he said what he had to say. Now that should probably be the end of it. But if she come back talking crazy, okay, which she probably is gonna respond, and then if he follow up with another response, we're gonna find out just how because the more I'm gonna tell you something, the more you argue with a woman, the in this day and age, the more chance you increase the chance of you have of saying something that's going to be deemed offensive. See, the more you just let it go. You already cooked her. I wouldn't say nothing else to her. Me personally, you know what I'm saying? Because she acting like a stalker at this point. If you saying you don't even know this chick, you have one thing I can't stand is for somebody to act like they know me when we ain't never been friends. We ain't never broke bread. You know what I'm saying? So like, why are you talking about me on a personal level like you know me? It was this cat on YouTube doing that to me a couple years back. Like, oh, I know 78. You know what I'm saying? I talked to this dude one time at the request of a friend of mine who said, "Hey man, it's this guy, man. He's trying to like build his YouTube page and blah blah blah, and he a fan of your channel. He wanted to know if you can give him some advice, or whatever." And it's just as a favor to one of the homies, I talked to the dude on like 3-way conversations. All right, never had his number, nothing. And I just gave him some pointers or whatever. This is way back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Gave him some pointers, and it was like maybe a 5-minute conversation. Right? Never talked to him on my own. Never met the man. Never shook his hand. Nothing. Never commented on his videos. To my knowledge, I don't remember. Nothing. But the dude, like, I want to say like a couple years later, he get into it with somebody and he started name dropping me. Oh, I know 78. Me and him were cool and we boys. And I'm like, what? What are you talking about? This is the diabolical, nasty work here. No, we're not. I don't know you, bro. You know what I'm saying? We had one conversation. And if Michelle Beadle, she's giving off those type of vibes, like a stalker stuff. Some women will, they will create stuff in their head. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all could be at a social gathering or something like that at work. Jobs be having Christmas parties and whatnot, right? Y'all can be some situation like that. In any interaction you have with a female colleague at work can be twisted to something foul. And the sad part is, in today's society with the Me Too movement and all of that, dudes gonna be the first ones calling for your job. Other men who you would think would have your back, like women have each other's back. You would think other men would have your back right away, but not. No, these dudes are so simplified nowadays on this internet in this society that they instantly side with the woman because they think that they're trying to gain favor. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to gain favor with the girls and be oh man, he should have never did that. Just like when Michael Irvin, who got fired from ESPN and treated like dirt because some lying woman at a hotel said that Michael Irvin made a pass at her and said something inappropriate, said some old cliche stuff about you like black men, You ever had some black in you? Some old stupid stuff that don't nobody even say. Don't nobody even use these terms. These are terms made up by them other folks. You know what I'm saying? No, I ain't never in my life heard somebody use that pickup line. You want some black in you or whatever, however it go. So I ain't never heard that in my life, man. Not in real life. I might have heard a comedian say it. I ain't never heard none of the homies that nobody said in real life. That's just corny, super corny. But she tried to say Michael Irvin did that, and then when the videotape came out that proves that Michael Irvin didn't do nothing to her, the only thing that happened in the whole video was in the midst of a conversation. People talk with their hands. Michael Irvin, his hand touched her elbow in the midst of a conversation, right? And you had dudes, so they was like in my comments, like, "Oh man, he shouldn't have put hands on her." I'm like, "Put hands on her? What are you talking about?" Man, he put his hands on her person. He put his hands on her person. Like, even if it is her elbow, that's still her body. He has no right to touch her. This is men saying this, bro. Men were saying this, okay? And y'all see, like, even, man, bro, every situation that come up in the media where a man is accused of something, these weird dudes on the internet instantly side with the woman, trying to get female subscribers, trying to get trying to ride the wave of the little Me Too movement stuff. But it's just some things you don't never sell out, man. And that's your race. That's your manhood. That's your family. I don't know what's up with these new age men. I just don't get it. It ain't that much money in the world, bro. It ain't that much money in the world. After you pay your bills, the money's gone. So I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? All you're going to have left is your integrity, your word, your reputation. And if you're willing to sell that for a YouTube check, for whatever, for ESPN check, then, I don't know what to tell you. But y'all let me know what y'all think about Michelle Beadle and Stephen A. Smith's interaction. 78 Sports TV, salute to the mighty. ldbc, smash that like button, share the video, y'all. Make sure y'all go sign up to the Patreon, man. Patreon.com/78 Sports TV. New content is up right now. Some of the best real talk and life lessons you're going to get over there, talking to grown men, real brothers, everything from every personal thing you can think of, where young homies can ask the OGs, and we can have conversations as a community, as men, right? Life lessons on manhood. Get on over there, check it out. Don't wait till next week. Don't wait till you got $10 and this and that. Go on over there and holler at your people, man. 78 Sports TV. We up out of here, though. Deuces.